first UK agent to be a part of the Big Agent Meeting International. So this is my favorite part. Yes, I love bringing on our country leaders, the Adam Days, the Samuels. I think it's amazing for the agents to meet them. But really, why we're all here is to help the agents. So getting to speak with you guys and put you on a platform where everybody gets to hear your stories are super special for us. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Jane? Just tell us, I know I already gave away your secret that you're in Bath, but tell us a little bit about when you joined EXP, what that process was like 4 years ago when we were really not known at all in the UK. You sort of took a chance on us. What was that like?
So it was 4 years ago when I joined EXP, almost to the day. And I had a bad experience with working as an employed agent, and I decided to leave that company and I was going to set up on my own. I had it all planned. I had my logo sorted. I'd been planning it for about 4 or 5 months. And then Scott Gunn, who some of you may know, had emailed a friend of mine who knew that I was looking at it, who kind of like just cold emailed her to see if she was interested. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, this will be a load of rubbish. You know, what's this scam? What's going on? But I thought I've always learned in the years that always the thing that you don't think is going to be the right thing is always sometimes surprises you, and there's nothing to lose by finding out. So I reached out to Scott, had a conversation with him, had a conversation with Adam, turned them down about 4 times before I eventually was persuaded that actually this was a really good way forward. And what I loved about it,
you turned down Adam Day. I am sure that
times, yeah. Or 3, maybe 3. And he was good because he just kept going, no, when you're ready, whatever, you know, if it's right for you, if it's not right for you. But what I saw in it, for me, on a very blunt way, initially was just the cost effectiveness of doing it. To set up as an agent in the UK means you are losing £100,000 or so easily in your first year. There's no guarantee you're going to win. The cost of going on our portals is extortionate, on our Rightmove, Zoopla, that sort of thing. But for me, it was about wanting to start an agency that was more focused on the customer, which having been in the business 35 years, I felt the UK has lost that. They've gone down the volume road. This 1% commission has forced them to take more and more properties, more and more clients on, and the service level had gone. So that was my focus initially.
Well, that's amazing. What I think a lot of people don't know actually is that in the UK, the model was more salary based and not commission based. They were employees of their estate agencies, as opposed to having the opportunity to build their own brand, build a business, build a legacy, and really work for themselves, as opposed to working for their estate agency. How much of a shock was it to you when you saw the opportunity to really build something that wasn't just a job, it wasn't just another 9-to-5 career, but an opportunity to build your own business, leveraging a platform like EXP that kind of puts you on the pedestal instead of keeping you and putting the traditional putting their brand first?
Well, it was nice because it kind of gave me the autonomy to do things the way I want to. Because being employed in the UK, you're very much controlled by the company, the brand leaders and everything else. And, sort of if you're part of the Connells group, for example, they have certain rules. And certainly my previous employer, who was a small one agency, so one branch agency, he didn't like any of my ideas, even though I probably turned this business around, but he didn't like any of my ideas going forward. And I just felt, for me, I could see the opportunity with the revenue share side as well. Being a slightly more mature person now, I'm kind of heading towards, well, this is my last hurrah. I get out there, I couldn't put a business together. I just wanted to create a really good, honest estate agents. We're working with integrity, looking after the clients, and the idea was to keep it small. And then 4 years later, I'm kind of here. But it was a bit like being given an estate agency in a box to allow you to start without the huge financial outlay. And my full intention was to leave after a year when I got going. But I'm still here and not going anywhere.
Now, not only have you gone on to build your own personal brand, right, and become an icon agent, which is what we all strive for as agents, but now you've gotten the opportunity to build your own team, right? So not only from working as maybe a salaried employee for a brokerage, but now building your own personal brand and sharing that opportunity with others and pouring into them and building a team and building a brand around that. What does that look like? When did you start your team? Where are you at now with them? And what has that process been like?
So the team, opportunity was given to us in the UK about this time, about summer last year. As Adam said earlier, I'm one of those agents that goes, yeah, looks good. How do I do it? What do you do next? And that's been my kind of mentality with this, is just roll with it, just go with it, as you know, and just absorb information and just run with everything. It seems scary sometimes. So I set up last summer with a team. I had a couple of false starts with team members. And from the beginning of this year, really, I've gone from having one team member start in January. Now I've got 5, with another 2 on the horizon for the end of the year. And for this country, it's a really different concept. So getting them to go self-employed is the biggest step first. But if you can then go, come and be self-employed, but work within my brand, I'll look after you. I've got a team of staff behind me. We'll support you. We'll train you. We'll mentor you. Has been a lot easier. And it's allowing me, for the first time actually, from Monday, I'm going on my first 2-week holiday, proper switch off holiday since I started, with Miami in the middle. So I am coming to the XPCon. My husband will get 4 days, but he'll be fine. And yeah, we're building a holiday around that, but I know I can leave everybody behind here. So it's taken my growth of my business. It's meant I've achieved Icon this year. Which I have been trying to do for the last couple of years and kept missing it by like 3 or 4 transactions every time. And I was like, and this year we thought we had it in the bag quite early, but even then, with the system in the UK, a property buyer or a seller can pull out right at the last minute. The day you're expecting the money to go through, they can still pull out. And a few of them did. And I was like, oh God, we're not going to make it. So I literally managed it this year. And I think this obviously this next year for me will be a lot easier. With the team members included.
Well, amazing! Congratulations on hitting Icon and building your team. You mentioned the opportunity to go on vacation for a 2-week period and have a proper, turn off the phone, not pay attention, but your business is still working for you as opposed to you working for your business, right? You step away from the UK and you come to beautiful sunny Miami. I'm staring out the window right now. It's a gorgeous day. You guys are awesome time at EXPCon. I can't wait to meet you there in person, but you step away from your business and you've built something that will continue to generate for you and continue to grow even as you've stepped away. And one of the largest challenges in our industry, regardless of if you're in the UK, the US, Mexico, wherever you are in the world, was that estate agents, real estate agents, there was no retirement. The day you stopped selling homes, that was it. You were done. I make the joke all the time that I was so happy. My mom was an agent before me. I was so happy the day she retired because she had all these clients, and only like 5% of them ended up purchasing with me over time because they went on, their brother-in-law got their license, their cousin, their son, whatever it was. If you stop selling homes, you stop producing. And revenue share and the opportunity that EXP has brought internationally and across the world has created a business model that now actually gives you something where you can walk away from selling homes at some point in your career and still have income from all that work that you put in. So with that being said, Jane, what do you think is the future of EXP in the UK and real estate in the UK in general, as we've been the disruptor who has switched everybody's mind on should you be self-employed versus employed? Where do you see the industry in the UK 10 years from now? Will there be more self-employed agents than employed agents?
100%, 100%. I think we'll see, just the way that people are reaching out to me via LinkedIn now, the speed that people are taking it on board now, they seem to understand it. They trust our brand a little bit more now. They understand that EXP is something that's actually making an impression. And for the agents, if you think that most employed agents are earning in pounds less than £35,000 a year, yet they can earn 100,000 plus or so just being self-employed and doing a similar level of work for themselves, is getting that message across. But I think in 10 years' time, absolutely, I think we'll probably find, if not more, 50% self-employed in 10 years. I think it's a big shift for the UK, massive shift, and I think it'll be for the best. It'll be the right thing, which is that's why I'm so excited. I've been in the business for such a long time, and I really wanted it to shift back to that customer focused kind of way of doing things. And with the UK going self-employed more and more, that the higher fees, the better customer focus, everything like that, the service levels are just going to improve massively, and it will do us the world of good. Because normally we don't like to admit we're estate agents in the UK. We're up there with the tax man.
That's a pretty common theme all around the world, Jane, to be honest.
Okay. It's not just us.
You were really early into EXP the UK. Actually, one of the things I hear all the time in the US is like, oh, I wish, and I say this all the time, I was like, oh, I wish I would have joined EXP earlier, right before they grew, because there's all these opportunities and all these things. You got to join really early, and I'm sure what you'll start hearing now that you're 5 years in is that agents will go, oh, I wish I would have joined 4 or 5 years ago when you guys were first starting out and taking advantage of the growth. And what you'll start seeing, which I think you already have actually in the UK, is competitors coming into the market saying, oh my God, EXP crushed it. They completely did what nobody thought was possible. And so now we're gonna, it's an opportunity for them to build something similar. We've seen that in the US time and time again. What people really don't realize is that if it's today or even if you join 2 years from now, it's all relative. You'll be early the day you join. EXP will be here 20, 30, 40 years from now. And 40 years from now, there will be some young realtor joining the business who will go, oh, I wish I joined EXP 15, 20 years ago because I could get that growth. And I think that's part of the fear that we get in our heads when we have to take such a leap of faith of switching our business somewhere else. And in the US, it's such an emotional process of switching your business to another brokerage. In the UK, it seems like it could be even more of a fearful moment, of a scary leap of faith, because you're not just taking a chance on EXP, you're taking a chance really on yourself for the most part, because you have to now build your own business. You have to hold yourself accountable. So I don't know why I went into that little spiel. I guess it's because I hear all the time agents telling me they wish they got in early, and the UK is on that path of just
we've not even started in the UK yet, really.
No.
I mean, we have, but, it's so yeah, a lot of the guys that work with me now, I've got a young chap who's 20, and he's one of my partner agents. He's amazing, absolutely amazing. And his eyes are getting bigger and bigger every day when he realizes what he's just joined. And he will be at the EXPCon next year, I guarantee it. He's already decided, just tell me when, Jane, and I'm coming. He's absolutely amazed. It's just such a mind shift in the UK.
Yeah.
For agents to understand what there is on offer and that it is feasible. And yes, they've got to be able to fund themselves for a few months before the money starts coming in. But if they can get over that barrier, it's such an exciting time.
Yeah. Well, Jane, I want to say I'm so grateful that you were able to join us here today. I love hearing our agent stories. I love seeing the differences between the stories from different cultures, because everybody's different and everyone has their own unique stories. But I also love hearing the similarities between all of our success stories as well, because that's what makes us not just EXP, but also human. So I appreciate you joining us today. I am so excited to see you in Miami, where hopefully we'll get some better weather than Bath, UK. And you enjoy the sun quite a bit. So enjoy that holiday. You've earned it. Where can the folks listening to this hear about you? Where can they find you? Where can they check out your team, check out your agents?
So similar to Adam, really, if you're with EXP, then EXP Workplace, of course, but I'm also on LinkedIn. But my Facebook page is quite widely followed. That gives you really good idea, because I'm always launching agents on there and properties and information and advice and talking about the opportunity. But the opportunity side's more on LinkedIn, the business side's more on Facebook. But Facebook is the reason why my growth went through the roof. So that's the place to look.
Well, there you go. Jane, thank you so much, and I will see you next week.
Yeah, look forward to it. Okay, see you. Thank you. Bye.
I love that. I love hearing our stories from our agents. I think it's so impactful and so powerful. If you love that, then continue to check out the show, but also make sure that you go to EXPCon next week, because you're going to get to be around thousands and thousands of agents. Okay, well, what I want to say is that we have our Big Agent Meeting International every 2 weeks, every other Thursday. 2 weeks from now, on October 31st, we're going to have a really special show. We're bringing in people all the way from South Africa, and it's a Halloween show. So it'll be a very, very exciting show to be at. We'll get to learn so much. Please, 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 if you can, take out your phones right now and scan this QR code, complete the survey for our Big Agent Meeting International. It's really important that we hear your feedback and we continue to improve over time. This was only our second show, but we will continue to get better. Thank you guys for joining the International Big Agent Meeting. This is the only place to go to find out exactly what's going on from country leaders and agents. Actually, it's not the only place to go to. I don't know why I said that. We have a million places to go to, but I'd like to think this is one of the best places because I get to be the host of this. I appreciate everybody who joined. Please drop your feedback. Reach out to me on Workplace Chat. Come visit us in our international HQ, and I'll see you all at EXPCon October 27th. Talk soon. Thanks, everyone.